Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have 47 Americans who decided to post really stupid stuff online and make us all look bad. Quote, Canadians think the Titanic was a real event, not just a movie. How dumb can you be? Unquote. I'm not even going to get into that one. This is going to be a long one. Strap in and buckle up, buckaroos. Let's go. All right, number one. This person forgot everyone on the internet isn't American. Yes, the classic American train of thought is that everyone on the internet is within the United States of America. The comment says, Panama has gun control and it's wonderful. I bet it is. Reply from the American, go to Panama if you want. This is America. Fuck yeah. I'm in Panama. This is in Facebook. Classic. This person accused Italians of jumping the border into America. Oh my God, look what socialism has done to my beautiful country. It's preserved our ancient history, given us healthcare, and our money is worth more than the US dollar. It's so horrible. I don't know if that's straight up socialism, but it's going to trigger an American. That's the funny part. Really? Why are thousands of people from your country hopping the border to come into the US? Yes, geography, not the Americans' strong suit. Certainly not. Italy? Question mark. Are you okay, sir? It's just the Atlantic Ocean and okay. I assume the American thought that Italy is in South America, I guess. Like I said, geography, not their strong suit. This person refused to believe that Georgia is the name of a country as well as a U.S. state. They found a humanoid tooth in Georgia, country, not the state. That's 1.8 million years old. Georgia is a state, not a country. Like I said, geography, not their strong suit. You combine self-centeredness and the bubble that Americans live in sometimes, and this is what you get. And the lack of education in geography, obviously. This person thought the U.S. was the, quote, only capitalist nation on earth. Okay, that is very stupid. Excuse me, but those other Western nations practice communism, correct? America stands alone as the only capitalist nation on earth. The only true capitalist nation where the rich extract the most capitalist wealth, the most efficiently anyways. You have no idea how modern corporations work. Have you ever looked at polls in red districts and states? There are more reasons than money in politics that have laws and regulations so screwy. America is the quintessential hyper-capitalism, trick people into participating in the American dream, which is all intents and purpose impossible. It's unattainable for most people unless you come from generational wealth. There's some sort of nepotism involved. You receive a lump sum of money, inheritance. There's so many disadvantages that a lot of people are in. And sure, you can pull up the bootstraps and start your own business, and there's no excuses. But it's a lot easier if you receive millions from your dad, like, say, Donald Trump. Let's go. This person's first thought at the words Notre Dame was the U.S. college football team. Notre Dame is on fire, y'all. Go Irish, be Michigan. Notre Dame is on fire. That's actually a funny double entendre. All right. Number 6. This was posted on Reddit. No stupid questions, but I got to be honest, this may be a stupid question. What are Florida ounces? I didn't think much of this when I lived in Florida. Many products were labeled in Florida ounces, but now that I live in another state, I'm surprised to see products still labeled with Florida ounces. I looked up Florida ounces, but couldn't find much information about them. Google doesn't know how to convert them to regular ounces. Oh no. Fluid ounces, I thought was Florida ounces. Oh God. That's a beautiful, actually, kind of a Rickyism. If anybody gets that reference, Trailer Park Boys. If you've watched that, you're legendary. A lot of people have, so I'm sure at least many of you have, actually. Number 7. This question actually made me lose IQ points. Why do Brits speak English, an American language, rather than speaking some European language? Oh, God. There's that American ignorance again. Absolutely ridiculous. Number 8. I, too, hope this person is kidding. Canadians think the Titanic was a real event and not just a movie. How dumb can you be? I really hope you're kidding. Well, yeah, Canadians don't think I mean, Canadians do think it was a real event, but this American public obviously doesn't know about the history of the Titanic. 1912, all of that blood and steel went to the bottom of the ocean. Rose, Jack, all that. They were definitely real. Rose and Jack, yeah, that was the real part. All right, number 9. This person really didn't understand Celsius. Also, Fahrenheit is so much more specific. No, it's not. I can tell you what 80 degrees feels like. 30 degrees, 0 degrees. Anything from 0 to 32 is just Celsius. Seems stupid. Yet another win for the US. Okay. And this person complained that someone on TikTok was using Celsius, even though people worldwide use TikTok and it's not even an American company. When you see people raise a husky in 37 degrees / 40 degrees Celsius, this is the US. Why are you using Celsius? This is TikTok. You can use whatever you want, especially a better system. I can't read Celsius. Yeah, Fahrenheit, and also the Americans still using the imperial system. Like, I think there's one of 3 countries that still do. This person forgot there were other languages than English. I'm not going to say that word. I'm going to butcher its pronunciation, I would say. Change your Twitter name. It's offensive. That's literally my name. Perhaps consider legally changing your name. Your name is hurtful. No thanks. It means lover in my own language. So consider shutting the F up. I will say a lot of American, and even North American for that matter, culture war ridiculousness is not paid attention to, nor talked about or battled over so much in Europe and other parts of the world. They're like, what? These aren't, political flashpoint issues where we come from. But yeah. Number 12. Kevin McCarthy posted one of the stupidest things I've ever read about American history. Think for one moment. In every single war that America has fought, we have never asked for the land afterward, except for enough to bury the Americans who gave the ultimate sacrifice for freedom. Yeah, that does not check out. The explanatory or the explanation text here reads, much of the U.S. was conquered from Native Americans. In addition, the U.S. has acquired numerous territories through conflict, including 1848, Mexico, the border war. That's some crazy shit at that time. 1898, Spain ceded Guam, Puerto Rico, and the Philippines. 1899, American Samoa. 13. Seriously, American education has failed us all. Native Americans aren't native to the Americas, so... Yeah, I agree with the reply. Did you even think about this sentence before posting it? No. And that's one of the biggest problems today. People just blathering without really thinking about what they're saying. It's a problem. It's a major problem. Couple that with the incredibly short attention spans that the younger generations are developing because of social media and the constant screen time that they're absorbing. Like, it's crazy. Number 14. And this person specifically forgot about Spanish, one of the most commonly spoken languages in the world. Could you please remove the label Negro from your black crayon? No disrespect to anyone's language, but this has been highly offensive to me as a child, and 30 plus odd years later, I'm able to let you and anyone that may see this know it's about that time. That sentence is going to give me an aneurysm. Thank you for sharing your Crayola replied. Thank you for sharing your concerns. The word Negro appears along with the words black and noir because it is the literal Spanish translation of the word black, just as noir is the word for black in French. This person forgot about the country of Spain. I hate when people say, I'm Spanish. Like, no, that's a language, not a nationality. Boy, have I got news for you about a country called Spain. What? These just get worse and worse, don't they? This person argued that a black man from the UK was African American. Yeah, no, that doesn't make sense. The guy is British. He's not African American. He's a black British man. African American is someone who is a descendant of enslaved Africans. He could be African American and British. African American is an ethnicity, not nationality. That's why I always thought a lot of the American labels that they have for people, a lot of the times they're so general and they don't really give any sort of specificity at all. And they're just generalizations. What? No. In order to be African American, you'd actually have to be African and American. African American is an ethnicity, not a nationality. Search it up yourself. It is an ethnicity. In America, first Google search says it's an ethnicity consisting of Americans that are of African descent. British folks are not American. As to this person, it's weird hearing an African American with a British accent. I don't think he's African American. British American, whatever. And this dum-dum suggested that only Americans can be white. Huh? Please research before you continue offending people. White is only used toward Americans who have a very mixed European background. What? You can never go to someone in Ireland and say they are white. You have to be American to be white. You have to be American to be a white supremacist, maybe. People from Spain, Latin America, etc. may have fair skin, but they are not white. You were trying to win an argument, but you are technically wrong and offending everyone. Please just take a step back. Not every argument needs to be won, especially when it makes you look ignorant. Oh, God. This idiot claimed that, quote, most history is U.S. history. The U.S. is under 300 years old. That is the most ridiculous quote. Any Americans that make this type of comment are so incredibly ignorant. It baffles the mind. However, they could be bots, dead internet theory and all of that, to keep us all going, keep us all riled up, keep us all at each other's throats. Most history is U.S. history, that's why. I hope that is a joke or some kind of sarcasm. This is obviously an American page, so I'm talking to Americans, not whatever irrelevant country you're talking about. I hate communism, socialism, and I'm a proud ethnocentrist. Wow. They are definitely American. That sentence is wild. That might be the most wild sentence we've ever read on here. This is obviously an American page, so I'm talking to Americans, not whatever irrelevant country you're talking about. I hate communism, socialism, and I'm a proud ethnocentrist. Bigly, huge ethnocentrist over here. 20. There's no proof that this person is American. But based on the fact that the train guy mentions the U.S., and also because of the stupidity of the question, I'm willing to bet they are. All right, let's see. Why are you photographing trains? Do you work for the rail company? Are you the media? It's a hobby. There are a crap ton of people who do it for fun. Not just here in the U.S., but all around the world. So it's a hobby. Why can't you enjoy it in the privacy of your own home? That's not how hobbies work. Because trains don't run through my home. Nice. Very, very good reply. That was great. 21. This person assumed the other person was American just because they spoke English and had an online name spelled in English. You are shame for America, you Biden voter, you liberal feminist. I'm American now? You are. Your name is English, and you comment in English. You're acting like a typical American, and you know damn well that you're an American. Stop acting like you're not. You're a white American. Period. Just so utterly deranged and ridiculous. The level of derangement that we might not see for centuries is happening right now in some small corner of the United States of America. But the thing is, that small corner is now open to the world through the advent of the World Wide Web, in which we all participate willingly. We could change things, start slowly boycotting some of these companies, these techno corporate oligarchs who propagandize us daily, weekly, monthly. Fear is the tool of the propagandist, and they use it well. Oh, they do. Getting into my speech mode. 22. This American refused to believe they had an accent. I wish I had an accent. I wouldn't stop talking. Everybody has an accent. Everybody. I wish I had an accent. I wouldn't stop talking all day in it. But you do have an accent? An American accent? I don't know which specific one, but everyone has an accent? Thanks, but I don't have an accent. I'm from the Midwest. We don't speak with accents here. The Midwest. Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, great. Is right. Americans spoke a non-accented version of English in the 1700s. I believe British people spoke the same English, but they decided to change it in the 1800s and developed an accent over time. So now Americans speak a more neutral form of English, which is why we don't have accents. Hope that clears it up. 23. This American decided Reddit was only for Americans, and that even subreddits about different countries for people in those countries should be in English. Why is everything in the Reddit France subreddit asking why is everything on here in French? This sub is about the place, not the language. Reddit is American, and we speak English. Get out of here. Edit. Touchy bunch, I guess. Some of you are downright mean. Yeah, you deserve it, but okay. This American had some trouble with military time. People who leave their phones set to military time are effing war criminals. How do you look at 1605 and go, wow, I can understand that? Effing bootlickers, what's next? You gonna go join the army? You're the American person, so more likely you are the one going to join the army when Trump institutes the draft. Americans be like, okay, I can't count past 1605. It's funny because like it's 10:24 right now, but I keep my watch in 24-hour time, and often people ask me the time, and I just go like this, and they're like, "What?" They can't read it. But I worked not just in airports, but also in emergency services, and as a shift worker, it's just common, obviously, to use military time or the 24-hour clock. 25. This will be the last one for this video. I'll do a part 2 next time. It's going to be good. I'll do a speech, though. This American thought we're the only country to use the dollar sign. There's one country that uses the dollar sign, and it's the USA for US dollar. Wrong. The dollar symbol is perhaps the most recognizable in the world, and it's used by more than 20 countries around the globe, including the United States, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and Hong Kong. Well, this list had some exemplary examples of stunning ignorance, the ignorance of which we may have never seen yet in history. It's 2026, 100 years removed from World War II. Well, less than 100 years removed from World War II. But just in the last century, the two wars and the pendulum that swung to create those wars is now swinging back the other direction. And while there have been other wars in between, here and there, the people in power, once again, are playing their game of terror with the world, invading other countries, bombing other countries. And war, they will say, is a necessity. But truly, the sad part is the civilian casualties, man. That's the shitty part. The collateral damage from these. And let's just call it what it is. They're resource wars. They're power, oil, resources, power. That's what they're about. U.S., a pawn. Yeah, basically. Or at least Trump, anyways. All right, we'll see you on the next one. I will complete this list for the next video. Peace.